welcome to Discard. Today is a game room gift guide video. In this video, I'm going to talk about different ideas for sending gifts to people who happen to have game rooms. These are all over the board, from cleaning to really cool gadgets to display stands. Let's take a look. So to start things off today, and very much aligning with what this channel is all about, which is game room display ideas, all your ideas for displaying your game collections, I do have a display stand. Now this display stand I picked specifically because it works for so many different things, and this comes from Single Play Retro Gaming. You can find Single Play Retro Gaming on Etsy, and he's got all sorts of awesome display ideas in there as well. But the stand I really recommend if you're getting something for somebody with a game collection and you're not sure what they want to display, etc., is this Case Trilogy stand. The really cool part about this Case Trilogy stand is that it works for so many different things. Specifically, it's going to work great for your case games, PS4, PS2, PS1. It's going to work for things in CD cases. It's going to work for Nintendo Switch games. It's going to work for some of those cardboard box games that we love and grew up with. Now keep in mind, it's not going to work with some of those really fat box games like Super Nintendo games. Those definitely do not fit in this, so keep that in mind. But for the most part, it's going to fit most of the things that are in somebody's game collection, and at the very least, they're going to be able to find a use for this in their game room. Now the bottoms of this stand make it so you can fit all these different things in there specifically, but outside of those little grooves at the bottom, you can find other things that work in these, like postcards or other really cool art pieces that you have in your game collection. Even some handhelds may even slot into here and work well as a display in this unit. The next idea today is this little tech gadget that looks great in anyone's game room because of its 8-bit design and its bright, beautiful display. Divoom is a company that makes a bunch of these pixel art displays. They're just amazing. They're made out of high quality materials and overall have a lot of functionality. Now Divoom makes a bunch of different pixel displays, so definitely go to their website and check out all the different options that you have from them. There's the Pixoo and the Pixoo Max, which I have a lot of experience with, and those are fantastic. Divoom just sent over a Ditto, which is this awesome little one that'll fit into a lot of different locations. Any of the smallest shelves that are out there, this should fit perfectly. So you may have noticed that this thing lights up. It has all these little pixels on the screen. And how do you get new images onto there? Well, you can go onto their app, which is a free app, by the way. You can go and download this app anytime to check it out. And in the app, you can put images in there, or you can find images in the community. There's literally thousands of images already out there on the community that you can pick from. So essentially there's a list of a ton of different ideas on there. Anytime I wanted to look for a different retro character that came from a video game, I've been able to find it. All of these are little animated GIFs as well that you can put onto there, and you can completely customize it to have several of these GIFs kind of going one after another and really lighting up a little piece of your game room. Now the Ditto is pretty cool because it's actually styled kind of retro style. It has these little mechanical keys in the front of it, as well as a little lever on the front, and it looks really cool. All of the little pieces of it are really high quality. All their plastics are high quality. This thing actually has some hefty weight to it, which was very surprising, and a very nice bright screen. They never cheap out on any of their lights on their products. It's super bright. It'll burn your eyes out of your head if you're not turning this thing down. But I really like that they went with this kind of retro style display look. This product is pretty small. It fits into a lot of different locations. And another special feature of this, and probably the second biggest feature of it, is that it's also a speaker. This thing can be activated via Bluetooth, and you can connect your phone up to it or whatever you have that's connected to Bluetooth, and then you can play your music through it. And from my experience, it works really well. The sound sounds fine to me. It's not terribly tinny. I've heard other reviewers say that before. It sounds pretty full-sounded to me. It compares pretty close to a Bose speaker that I have downstairs as well, so it's pretty good. I would say it gets pretty loud without too much distortion, and does a pretty good job of playing a lot of sound. But I'm no expert on sound, so keep that in mind. But to keep this short, it just has a ton of different capabilities. The app itself is hard to navigate. It's the biggest downside of the item, so I definitely recommend that you go and download the app. There's just so much to do and so many capabilities of completely making it your own that it gets a little convoluted and hard to navigate. But once you figure out how to navigate through the app, then you can do a ton of stuff with your device. On the device itself, you can play a little Tetris clone that's on there, a few other little games that you can use the lever and the little mechanical buttons to do. The mechanical buttons also let you switch the scenes that are on the actual device. So you can switch this to a clock, to games, to the different images that you've chosen before, a mood light, and some cool visual effects that go on there, and go to music. If you have music playing, it'll move to that as well. There's just a lot of options available for these little devices, and that's why I really like them. But apart from that, they make for a great game room gift because they light up a little area. You can put your favorite characters on them. There's just so many different possibilities specifically for a game room. This is a great gift. And the next one, I'm sure a lot of people who watch the channel has guessed, is Rose Colored Gaming. Rose Colored Gaming is the place to go if you're looking for acrylic displays to display things like controllers or handhelds, as well as a lot of other little things. Even the newest gen of items that just came out, the PS5 has a controller stand there, the Xbox Series X has a controller stand, as well as even the Game & Watch having a stand for it as well. Rose Colored Gaming is on top of this stuff and gets in there as fast as they can. I definitely recommend their handheld stands. First and foremost, they are super sturdy and they look great on the shelf. One of the things I like to talk about is aligning a collection in some way, shape, or form. And one of the ways to do that is if you have a handheld collection, getting all the same stands for all of those handhelds. But generally speaking, keeping an eye on Rose Colored Gaming is a really good idea. They have all sorts of weird products that come out as well. They have these new wood products that I'm testing out right now for a future episode that are really awesome, as well as some other odds and ends that you can get on there that are perfect for people who have game collections or game rooms, especially if you know what they have in their game collection. So just like keeping a collection well displayed, keeping a collection well cleaned is very important as well. And this next product helps to do that and does it really well. Now this is the Opalore Electric Duster. This thing is wire-free. You can charge it and continue to use it. All it does is blow air onto the tops of things or wherever you want it and get the dust out that way. And I know a lot of people, a tremendous amount of people, like to use these canned air options on their collections. Now, one of the things with canned air is it's not that expensive. You can go out and buy a can and it's not going to be that expensive for that one can. But if you keep purchasing them, you end up spending a lot of money on it. And that's not only to say and talk about the chemicals that are inside of these things. We don't know what that's doing to our game collections, our pristine cardboard items that we have that we want to take care of. I have no idea what that stuff's doing to it, but it just can't be good to be spraying chemicals onto that stuff. And what this little guy does is allow you to have this little hand air blower, and you can just go around your collection and blow off the tops of your games, get that dust out of there. I do recommend having an air cleaner in your room as well if you have a game collection. That really helps to keep the dust down in general. Now, I actually don't even have this particular item. I'm just going off of reviews and what other people in the retro community have said about this particular item. I have a much bigger one, and I've just loved the option to have an electric version, so I'm not buying that canned air all the time and spending so much money. I know I'm gonna have this game collection going into the future, so why not invest a little bit of money into something that'll help me keep it clean. And the last idea today comes from Exquisite Gaming, and they make these cable guy stands. I talk about these things all the time. I have videos dedicated to these character style display stands, and they are just awesome. They're pretty high quality. All of the colors are really good. The painting on them looks really nice, but they'll hold pretty much anything, and that's what makes it that much more fantastic. And my favorite one of these is the Sonic one in general. Sonic just looks fantastic. His proportions are correct. I think they really knocked it out of the park, making him look really good. But what's really cool is this thing's not that big, and it can hold a controller, it can hold handhelds, it can hold cartridges, it can hold a bunch of stuff from your game collection, and you can just put this somewhere on your shelf and continually switch out items in their hands. And by just saying all of those things fit in there, you can know that that hand grip that they have on the front there is pretty big. It's gonna hold a ton of different things. So you don't have to worry too much about what's gonna fit in there. Most things are going to fit. But what's interesting about Exquisite Gaming and the different characters that they have is it's just a huge catalog. Things from Star Wars to Crash Bandicoot to the Sonic figures to Call of Duty to just you name it, it's out there. There's a Baby Yoda one. I mean, it's ridiculous. They're all over the place. There's tons of options to pick from. And if you know the person that you're purchasing this for, and let's say they really like Sonic, this might be a perfect gift for them. If they love Crash Bandicoot, you can go there and get a Crash Bandicoot stand that works perfect for them as well. But it just gives you that opportunity to kind of make a customized gift, a perfect gift for that person that also works year-round, and they're never going to put that thing away. It's a display stand, so it's always going to be out there, switching up and always being fresh, and that's what a really cool display stand is all about. And if you're buying gifts for somebody for their game room or their game collection, you can always let them know that on this channel, we like to take in pictures or videos of people's game collections. So if somebody does get something cool for Christmas or one of these holidays coming up or their birthday, they can always send in pictures of their game collection and have an opportunity to possibly get it into an episode of Discart in the future. We like to look through people's collections and find cool display ideas in there and talk about them. There's a link in the description if you're interested in that and a video explaining how you can send that stuff in. But outside of that, this channel is all about displaying things. So if you ever have any really cool ideas on how to display something, you could leave it in the comments below. I'm always interested in finding more ideas to do that. If you like this video, please leave a like. If you want to see more videos like this, subscribe. But outside of that, just have a fantastic day. Whether you've got a holiday, whether you got a birthday, whether you're just giving a gift to somebody for fun, have a fantastic day and collect what you love.